CompTIA Security SY0-601 Training Course. Question 1. A security analyst configures a system to require both a password and a mobile push approval before login. Which security concept is being implemented? Option A, Federation. Option B, Single Sign-On. Option C, Multi-Factor Authentication. Option D, Role-Based Access Control. The correct answer is option C. Multi-Factor Authentication. Multi-Factor Authentication, MFA, requires two or more distinct authentication factors, in this case, something you know, password, and something you have, mobile push. Federation and SSO address identity sharing, while RBAC controls what authenticated users can access. Question 2. Which control type is a security awareness training program? Option A, administrative. Option B, technical. Option C, physical. Option D, corrective. The correct answer is option A. Administrative. Administrative controls are policy-based and procedural, including training programs, policies, and background checks. Technical controls use technology, physical controls use hardware barriers, and corrective controls restore systems after an incident. Question 3. A company installs bollards in front of its data center entrance. What type of control is this? Option A, detective. Option B, compensating. Option C, technical. Option D, physical. The correct answer is option D. Physical. Bollards are physical barriers that prevent vehicle-based attacks. Physical controls use tangible mechanisms to protect assets. Detective controls identify events, technical controls use software or hardware, and compensating controls substitute for missing primary controls. Question 4. Which principle ensures users receive only the permissions necessary to perform their job duties? Option A, separation of duties. Option B, least privilege. Option C, job rotation. Option D, need to know. The correct answer is option B. Least privilege. Least privilege grants users only the minimum permissions required for their role, limiting the potential damage from compromised accounts or insider threats. Need to know restricts information access, separation of duties divides critical tasks, and job rotation reduces long-term fraud risk. Question 5. A hash value is used to verify that a downloaded file has not changed. Which part of the CIA triad does this support? Option A, availability. Option B, confidentiality. Option C, integrity. Option D, accountability. The correct answer is option C. Integrity. Hashing verifies data integrity by confirming a file has not been modified. Any change to the file produces a different hash value. Confidentiality protects data from disclosure, and availability ensures systems remain accessible. Question 6. Which of the following best describes non-repudiation? Option A, preventing unauthorized data disclosure. Option B, proving that a user performed an action. Option C, ensuring systems remain online. Option D, hiding sensitive data from attackers. The correct answer is option B. Proving that a user performed an action. Non-repudiation ensures that a user cannot deny having performed an action. It is typically achieved through digital signatures and audit logs that cryptographically link an action to an authenticated identity. Question 7. Which of the following is an example of a detective control? Option A, security camera. Option B, firewall rule. Option C, encryption. Option D, door lock. The correct answer is option A. Security camera. A security camera is a detective control that identifies and records events after they occur. Firewall rules are preventive, encryption is a technical/preventive control, and door locks are physical preventive controls. Question 8. A company wants to ensure 2 employees must approve a wire transfer. Which concept is being applied? Option A, job rotation. Option B, least privilege. Option C, federation. Option D, separation of duties. The correct answer is option D. Separation of duties. Separation of duties divides critical tasks among multiple individuals so no single person can complete a sensitive process alone, reducing fraud risk. Least privilege limits access scope, job rotation changes roles over time, and federation links identity systems. Question 9. Which security model assumes no user or device is trusted by default, even inside the network? Option A, implicit trust. Option B, zero trust. Option C, open trust. Option D, transitive trust. The correct answer is option B. Zero trust. Zero trust architecture assumes no implicit trust for any user, device, or network segment. Every access request is continuously verified based on identity, device posture, and context regardless of network location. Question 10. A fake database containing false customer records is deployed to detect attackers. What is this an example of? Option A, tokenization. Option B, segmentation. Option C, deception technology. Option D, load balancing. The correct answer is option C. Deception technology. Deception technology, such as honeypots and honey databases, deploys decoy assets to detect and study attackers. Interaction with the fake records indicates unauthorized access activity that would not occur through legitimate use. Question 11. Which of the following best describes authentication? Option A, determining what a user can access. Option B, recording user activity. Option C, encrypting user traffic. Option D, verifying a user's identity. The correct answer is option D. Verifying a user's identity. Authentication verifies that a user is who they claim to be using credentials such as passwords, biometrics, or tokens. Authorization determines what an authenticated user can access, and accounting records user activity. Question 12. An access control system checks whether a user belongs to the HR manager's group before allowing access to payroll files. This is an example of Option A, authorization. Option B, accounting. Option C, authentication. Option D, encryption. The correct answer is option A. Authorization. Authorization determines what an authenticated user is permitted to access. Checking group membership to grant access to payroll files is an authorization decision. Authentication verifies identity, accounting logs activity, and encryption protects data. Question 13. Which control type attempts to discourage an attacker from acting? Option A, corrective. Option B, deterrent. Option C, detective. Option D, recovery. The correct answer is option B. Deterrent. Deterrent controls discourage malicious behavior by signaling consequences, such as warning signs, visible security cameras, or legal notices. Corrective controls respond after an incident, detective controls identify events, and recovery controls restore systems. Question 14. A company updates its firewall after discovering an overly permissive rule. What type of control is the update? Option A, preventive. Option B, detective. Option C, physical. Option D, corrective. The correct answer is option D. Corrective. Corrective controls fix issues identified after an incident or audit. Updating the firewall in response to a discovered misconfiguration is a corrective action. Preventive controls stop incidents before they occur, detective controls identify them. Question 15. Which of the following is the best example of a compensating control? Option A, replacing failed disks. Option B, disabling audit logs. Option C, adding manual review because automation is unavailable. Option D, removing access reviews. The correct answer is option C. Adding manual review because automation is unavailable. A compensating control provides an alternative safeguard when the primary control cannot be implemented. Adding manual review to substitute for missing automated controls is a classic compensating control example. Question 16. Which concept requires that sensitive information be shared only with individuals who require it for their duties? Option A, need to know. Option B, federation. Option C, availability. Option D, tokenization. The correct answer is option A. Need to know. Need to know restricts access to sensitive information to only those individuals whose job functions require it, limiting exposure beyond least privilege. Federation links identity systems, availability ensures uptime, and tokenization replaces sensitive values. Question 17. A system keeps detailed logs of who accessed a file and when. Which AAA function does this support? Option A, authentication. Option B, authorization. Option C, accounting. Option D, federation. The correct answer is option C. Accounting. Accounting, auditing, records user activity including file access, login times, and system changes to support compliance, forensics, and accountability. Authentication verifies identity, authorization controls access. Question 18. Which of the following is a directive control? Option A, motion detector. Option B, acceptable use policy. Option C, antivirus software. Option D, security guard. The correct answer is option B. Acceptable use policy. Directive controls guide behavior through policies, procedures, and standards. An acceptable use policy is a directive that tells users what actions are permitted. Motion detectors are detective, antivirus is technical/preventive, and security guards are physical. Question 19. Which security principle reduces fraud by requiring employees to periodically switch duties? Option A, job rotation. Option B, encryption. Option C, data masking. Option D, sandboxing. The correct answer is option A. Job rotation. Job rotation periodically moves employees between roles, reducing the risk of long-term fraud or collusion by limiting prolonged access to any single process. Encryption protects data confidentiality, sandboxing isolates code execution. Question 20. A server cluster keeps services running when one node fails. Which objective is most directly improved? Option A, confidentiality. Option B, integrity. Option C, non-repudiation. Option D, availability. The correct answer is option D. Availability. Availability ensures that systems and services remain accessible when needed. Clustering provides redundancy so that if one node fails, others continue serving requests without interruption. Confidentiality and integrity address data protection, not uptime.